This video is brought to you by catbeast.com.
Story time. You know what time. Finally, I'm able to tell this shit, man. Now, let me explain, because I feel like, you guys should be able to know what was going on, because I have 100,000 plus of y'all subscribe. But anyway, long story short, I was trying to wait for my YouTube strike to expire, because one of the fucking things YouTube takes away from you is your ability to upload over 15 minutes worth of footage for I don't know why in live stream. And it finally expired about 2 days ago. So I was getting jiggy with it. So yes, you guys are gonna really see some classic stories, and I hope you guys really enjoy. And the number one thing, learn the lesson. This was my time when I first failed the drug test. My only drug test I took in my life, and this was a pre-employment drug test. It was the biggest job opportunity. I just don't want you guys to feel bad for me. That's all I'm saying. Because, this point past, I've been blessed and everything. Man, flight's good. But yeah, this is a story I had to tell and get off my chest, because it was kind of harsh thinking about it. Because, what if there was an opportunities that I was being able to face, that a certain human being wouldn't be able to, okay? So my mom always talked about marijuana. She caught me twice, actually, and I had stories separate. If you guys want to hear that, let me know down below. But I've been caught, yes, by my mom before, and she told me smoking marijuana and doing tree, if you have a job that drug test, it can keep you from getting a job. And I was always stubborn about it. I was just like, you know what? One of the jobs I was working at before I got fired. This is another story for another day from a different one. It was Steak and Shake, and I was working in cashier, and a dude, he just came and moved down to Florida. He was talking about, oh, I'm so happy. He was in a good ass mood. I don't know. He just felt like he needed to talk to somebody. So this is, by the way, after I graduated high school about 4 or 5 months ago. So you guys note the time and period of this. I actually started YouTube right around this time too. I was working that job in particular so I can save up money for my equipment for YouTube. Man, those memories passed by. Man, shout out to the real flight team members that's been here since the beginning.
I appreciate you.
And he was boasting about this business he was opening up, and he said he had something. It was a receptionist, I think, if that's the correct word, up front. And he said I was offering $18.92 or something like that. Florida, I know, is not the cheapest. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure you can live off of that. So, that's still a good opportunity. And then I was interested. I was just like, okay, this sounds too good to be true. I didn't say that to him. But I took the offer. All he did is ask in return is that he gave me some little, I wish I still had it. It was some little flyers. He was just advertise. I put these on the car seals or whatever, around town whenever you get a chance. So that's all I had to really do. And so he gave me his number. He tells me to call him in 2 or 3 days because he was busy, okay? And it ended up being on a Saturday when I called him, and he was talking about all you gotta do is send in a resume, okay? So as soon as I go home, send in a resume, and I print it out, go over there the very next day. I don't know why, I was just like, damn, yo, I know I'm gonna get this equipment for YouTube, man. I knew it. That's the only reason why I wanted to get the job, because I knew it was gonna help me get the equipment I needed. I wasn't trying to work there for the rest of my life and none of that stuff. It was just something I was thinking, to hustle, what I'm saying? I know you real hustlers out there know what I mean.
Win, no matter what.
And he said expect a call back in another 2 or 3 days. So more days with it. It ended up being a Tuesday or Wednesday. I got the interview. It was easy. I didn't have to wear no dress suit. It wasn't nothing like that too big, fancy, and corporate-ish. I had a regular polo shirt, jeans, and some black slip-on shoes. It was dress shoes. I was just praying that they didn't ask this one thing. In the back of my mind, I was just thinking of all the certain, because I knew how to do a job interview. I had experience before it. That was no problem. Was answering the questions. My biggest concern was the fucking whatever letter words that is, the drug test or drug screening. That's what was really going in my mind. You see, I aced the hell out of every day. It was 2 white ladies, okay, not to throw any waste cards out of nothing, but it was one that was trying to intimidate me, I was scared of her. I know what I'm doing. I'm not like these regular boys. You feel me? And then just a nice one asked me the question. At the very end, the interview lasted about 25 minutes. It was all smiles. I kid you not.
Nigga, I promise.
And then right when it got to the end, she goes you will have to experience a little drug screening. You have to schedule yourself the 1 week after. Hello. And if I pass it, I get the job. Any of you guys that you have jobs or plan on getting pre-enjoyment jobs, this is something I learned from my friend as well. I'm just trying to pass this along because we're a family. If any job asks you that we have a drug test, never ask any questions. Don't even ask her how to schedule it. You find that shit out on your own, because listen, as soon as they expect that you're doing that shit, bro, they will fucking look at the next person instantly. I promise, my nigga. Yes, do not, I swear, don't act like you didn't even hear what she said. You be silent like the popo came screaming at your ass. Really, a week passes by, and I actually had to go to work that day, and I was planning on doing like a little cutscene for YouTube because it was like NBA 2K14 Next Gen and NBA Live 14 Next Gen just kept about to come out, so you know I played both games. I get to the drug screening in the morning. I just told my mom I had to go in and step into work early. It wasn't that hard to like lie and get away. I just didn't want my mama. I didn't want her. I didn't want her to find out I had to take a drug test because I knew one thing. She was gonna remind me. I seen my mom's full face flash in front of me. I just knew she was gonna remind me, so I was like, fuck that shit, man. I'm just gonna take it upon myself. Now, mind you, I want you guys to remember the time frame in this. I had the interview the week before. I scheduled a drug test at the very end of that week time frame I had, so I had about 5-6 days tops if you want to count the nights. Okay, to get this weed out my system. The biggest thing I looked at is they said exercise at least 30 minutes a day and drink at least over 5 bottles of water a day. I drank 8. And then they also said when you take the piss test, that you give them your midstream. This is all the shit and information I had. I was doing my research. I thought I had it in the bag. I went there and she told me the directions. It was a little pretty lady. I wasn't focused on her though. Believe it, please. She asked me to write down all this information. Biggest thing I couldn't do was flush, so I didn't have to take a dump or nothing. I just couldn't flush. So if I had any weird stuff, so what I did is I pissed in the toilet a little bit first, okay? And then I pissed my midstream, you know, put it in a cup. This is my midstream in a cup. And right before I feel like it's about to end, I just like, I pissed the rest in the toilet. So that was the strategy I was using from the internet. I'm thinking I'm all good and gravy, you feel me? So the nurse ends up taking my piss and tells me that wait about a week or so for the results. So there's more waiting in this process. And I'm thinking, I'm praying, I'm trying to think, maybe what if there's a possible reason, like how are they gonna do the results? Because I never took a drug test before. It was just like a 50-50 because I already knew the consequences what I was doing. I mean, I knew what comes from it, okay? So I wasn't gonna act stupid, and I'm just waiting. I thought like if whatever happens, they just don't even tell you. And I'm thinking I'm clueless. I'm thinking I'm just whatever, okay? I'm on my way home after filming a cutscene for the tube. There was nobody home at the time. This is when I was back with my parents. Walk in the crib and I get that call right away as I was using my old vlog cameras to put into my computer to get to footage. And I just remember just that feeling. I always get some feeling like when something bad is about to happen, like I told y'all in past stories. The guy, the owner, basically called and he just says, "You're just like the rest of them, Mr. White." And I'm just like, "What you mean?" And he just says, "You heard what I said." Hung up the phone right on me. And I'm frozen shut. So I checked one of the personal emails that I used on the resume, gave me the results. They just basically said that we cannot continue with the process. Bro, like, I don't know why. Like, it's just so fucking crazy, bro. How just something green can affect you.
When you say it, don't stand on the corner, cause all black folks do is smoke marijuana. Listen, when you told me don't do that,